Hey, what's up guys? In today's video I want to talk about the Sigma 135mm art lens and how I've adapted it to my Nikon Z7 and used it over the last holiday, and maybe show you some pictures and some videos that I took with it. As a matter of fact, I'm shooting on it right now. So let's jump in and check it out. This video is being sponsored by my good friends over at Camera Exchange in Waterford, Michigan. They are a buy-sell trade camera and camera equipment company who have been dealing with cameras for used cameras and new cameras for over 40 years. So give James a call and tell him Rick sent you. And if they don't have something you need, they go to shows on a weekly basis. So ask for what you're looking for in the price range you're looking for and they will get it for you. About 4 weeks ago, I bought a couple retro lenses. I did a video on the 85 AIS Legacy lens, and I'll put the link up here. And this was kind of my favorite manual focus lens, and still is. I really like this lens. It's a chunky, stubby little piece of glass that's easy to carry around, and it adapts perfectly to the Nikon Z6 or the Nikon Z7 using the FTZ adapter. I also bought a Nikon 135mm f2.8. And I kind of like this focal length. It's a little discreet because you can be so far away from your subject. It's almost like having a prime telephoto lens. You can be 15 or 20 feet away from your subject and still get a half body shot, very close up and very sharp. A little lens, another manual focus legacy lens AIS. And I liked this focal length so much, I did a little more research and came across some videos by people like Jared Polin and others who were talking about the 135mm Sigma lens. So I put a shout out to my guys over at the Camera Exchange and had them find me a Sigma 135 f1.8 Nikon portrait lens. It's the Sigma 135 art lens. Now, right off the bat, why they call this a portrait lens, I don't know, because I've been using this for everything. I've been using it for full body shots, I've been using it for portraits, and I've been using it for videos, and I'm quite pleased with what I'm getting out of this thing. Look at the size of the glass. It's an 82mm filter thread, and the glass fills the whole rim. It's just a very heavy, metallized piece of lens kit that it might be too heavy in some instances. Now this thing weighs 1,130 grams, which, if you know, the Nikon Z6 and Nikon Z7 without the FTZ adapter weighs 679 grams. So this is almost twice the weight of the Nikon Z6 and Nikon Z7 body. Which brings me to the point of the build quality of this thing. It's all metal with a smooth, rubberized, buttery smooth focus ring. The lens is very stubby compared to the Sony version of this. If you look at the Sony, it's about 2.5 inches longer. I'm sure that's due to this being an F-mount lens versus the E-mount lens, of course, but this is only 4.5 inches tall. It's very short and stubby. It has a three-way clickable switch for autofocus, detailing the distance of how snappy you can get this thing to snap focus super quick. It's super snappy, as you can see by these pictures that I want to show you right now. At first, when I first got this last week, just before the Easter Sunday weekend, I took a few shots here in the shop of some of my buddies that came in, and there's an old dude there that was reading a book, and there's one of the employees putting some stickers on a vehicle, lettering up a vehicle. But then I took it to the holiday weekend that we did over my parents for Easter Sunday, and I really just got some casual shots from 12 feet away, 15 feet away. People really didn't even know I was taking pictures at that distance.
Here's one at 7 or 8 feet away. And if I zoom in here, you can see that this thing is just phenomenal. Now obviously without the firmware update on the Nikon Z and the Nikon Z7 and Z6, once the eye autofocus firmware comes into play here, hopefully next month, I can really see this lens just being my everyday lens. It's really just going to be a matter of who this lens is for. And for me, this could be an everyday lens that I use. If you've got the room, I don't think it's really going to be much of a video lens per se. For indoors, especially not. But for outdoors, here you can see the video I took. I just walked down to my beach and on Saturday, and there was some sailboating teaching going on. We have a yacht club down here at my beach, and they teach how to do sailboats. And I was shooting everything at f1.8, and then I dialed it down to f4 to bring in the sky, because the sky was all blown out, as you can see. And it did great. I'm hand holding this, by the way. I'm hand holding this, and you can see how stable it is. So in the end, who is the 135mm Sigma for? Well, I almost forgot to mention that on a Z6 or Z7 body, when you go into DX mode from FX mode, this now becomes a 200mm f1.8. So you could use this possibly for birds and animals. You could use this at school functions. You don't have to shoot at f1.8. Just because I'm shooting it at f1.8, it does great at f4, f4.6. It's a very versatile lens. Yes, it's a little heavy, but it's very stubby compared to, say, the Nikon 70 to 200, which is about 5 inches longer than this. So I highly recommend this lens. I'll be using this lens a lot. I don't know about every day, but I'll definitely be using it a whole lot. So if you got anything from this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more videos, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button for future videos. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.